Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles. Today here at the Royal Air Force Museum in Hendon. Yes, I'm here at the Royal Air Force Museum in Hendon, North London. I just got a little bit of time, not a great amount of time today unfortunately, but I thought I'd have a little walk round and show you some of the things that are in here. Museum is free to enter. They do ask for a donation, and you do pay for parking. Quite an interesting model, made out of a toolkit. I don't know if that's coming across on the camera. There's various missiles and bombs across here. I hope it's showing up on the camera, but up there, our first Spitfire of the day, and over there, one of the red arrows mounted from the ceiling. Let's have a look at what we got down here. Various weapons here: Meteor missile, Skyflash missile, ASRAM, red top, Sidewinder, fire streak. A little bit about reconnaissance here, and then there's a couple of additional items, and over the back there you can see this beautiful RAF launch. So this beautiful thing was used for rescue and also decoy launching, target launching. You can see on the side, I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but you can just see the ripples where it's all crafted wood. Absolutely stunning. Right, and moving on across, looks like we've got a Westland helicopter, or Sea King, should I say. I love the engines. So this is one of Frank Whittle's original jet engine designs. Fantastic. Amazing story. I've got a picture on the wall at home, and we've had it on the wall. It belonged to it was actually my wife's, passed to her through her family, and it's been on the wall for so many years. And I looked at it a couple of years back, and it's actually signed by Frank Whittle, which was fantastic. Over the back there, we've got the jet engine from a Harrier. You can see the 4 nozzles that would rotate to push the thrust down to lift it up in the air. And then here we've got, I believe these would be the Merlin 3 at the back there. Wonderful. This side, as I say, the Sea King. And then up above us, if you can see, there's the Raptor. It looks like a mock-up. That's not an original, not a real one. I think they're a little bit expensive. I can bypass the games. This cabinet over here I've always found quite fascinating. Got some really interesting things in here. Various aerofoil models that were used in the wind tunnels. Vickers Wild Goose, Hadley Page, HP 46, the Aero 730. Oh, these are just models. various different here, various different models here, and let's move on. A wonderful flying boat. Ideally I need to come back on a quieter day. It's a Saturday today, and there's far too many people here, so I probably do need to come back when it's a little bit quieter. Right, let's take a look inside the flying boat. Inside, there's certainly a view from up here, just underneath the wing. Right, let's head inside. Really not a lot of room. See into the tail section. You see how the fuselage is made up with the aerofoam. Very, very thin metal. I'm guessing these would have been potentially gun emplacements here. Got like a sort of a swing action on them. Out under the wings. Various bunks here, look, there's bunks here for seating. Let's go back down the plane. It's all the different bulkheads that we've walked through. This is in the nose. Okay, go to the outside. What a view, look at that. Yeah, so I was a little bit hesitant in there. I didn't want to say it was a short Sunderland, but it is indeed a short Sunderland, I was right. So, lovely, look at the curves on it underneath, for it to skim across the water. Beautiful. Okay, let's take a little walk outside. Outside we've got two more RAF launchers. These are slightly larger ones. The ones we saw before. These were general purpose. That one's 63 foot. Don't know what one, how long this one is. 68 foot this one. Yeah, much bigger than the one inside. Right, I'm into one of the hangars now. This was originally one of the workshops you can see on the roof there. Looks absolutely stunning, and I'll show you some of the pictures as we go around of this building, what it used to be like. So this is one of the, this is a Blériot. I'm just looking at the age. So date's 1911. Just amazing. Yeah, when you think this is just a few years after the Wright brothers made their first flight. And here we have the first of the Avros, the Avro 504K. With the landing skid on it. Yeah, and as I say, here's some pictures here. But and if I just turn the camera back round, you can see the trusses on the roof. This is the building that we were in. So this was part of the drawing office. I believe it was a Sopwith factory, if I remember rightly. I can't remember. And this is the second part of the factory. It's the Avro 504 assembly shop, so it's an Avro factory, which would have been this, again, this aircraft here being assembled. You see here a fixture for assembling a propeller. So all the clamps, you layer up the wood, put the clamps on, leave it to bond, and then it would be hand machined, I guess. You know, hand crafted into the shape. of vintage engines. Yeah, so a rotary engine and a radial engine. Answers on a postcard how you tell the difference. Look at that beast. That's a Rolls-Royce Eagle engine. And a couple more pictures of the factory. Let's head into the rest of this building. I guess the first thing to point out is again the roof trusses in here. They're absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Make our way around the aircraft in here. Very short body on this one. And then yeah, the frame supporting the rear tail. Let me just this is a Cauldron G3, dating again 1915 to 1916. You can only imagine how terrifying it would have been to fly in that. This is the Sopwith triplane. We'll come back and talk about the triplane in a minute because they've got some of the Red Baron's things in this museum.
Are you coming in the hut?
Some beautiful old lorries here, wagons. It's a Crossley 20 to 25 horsepower light tender. And over the back here we've got a Bristol fighter and a Ford Model T. Albatross. And moving over here, what we've got here, it's an RE8 replica. And then down here, these early aircraft I don't know very well. This is a Sopwith Dolphin. It's a biplane. And then round here, the BE-2B replica. So original dating from 1914 to 1919. Okay, and then just going back to what I was saying about the Red Baron. I forget where it is. It's in one of these cabinets. Yeah, unfortunately there's a tour guide going in the cabinet I wanted to show you, so I'm just going to take a few moments and just show the aircraft that are up on the hanging from the ceiling, hanging from the roof. There is wonderful. Look at this. Another one up the top there. Yeah, beautiful. And then in these cabinets, I mean, I would recommend coming here yourself. There is some, you know, really interesting artifacts in here. Very unique things as well. But, I'll just have a look over in this one while I'm waiting for the tour guide to move on. The cabinets are absolutely, you know, many Victoria crosses in here. This one for Francis Hubert.
Entry into hangars 3, 4 and 5 will be at 4 p.m. today. Last entry into
Yes, I just want to show you bits in this cabinet. So I became fascinated with Manfred von Richthofen when I was younger, after watching Aces High and my father telling me all about the stories of this legendary German pilot. Bit of an enigma, but you know, and in here they've got a few of his artefacts. This is his flying helmet at the top here, and you've got some of the cloth from his aircraft. Then in the cabinet here we've got a medallion that commemorates his death, and then number 24 next to it, that's his blue dog, which is his mascot. Yeah, so just some personal artefacts from him. But I mean, if we go through the whole of this cabinet again, you know, just moving along, we've got many Victoria crosses. And number 32, let me just read that one. So number 2 is Scottish Jock Teddy Bear. Scottish Jock is the mascot of Lieutenant William McLean. I'm not sure how to actually pronounce it, but anyway, nicknamed Scottish. He's a pilot with 40th Squadron. Yeah. So I moved the camera off a bit while I was reading it. It's bad form. Okay, let's move on. And here, for example, you can see this heart mascot on this tail fin. This is Billy Barker's heart markings. Major William George Barker, Victoria Cross, carried these markings on his Sopwith camel, based in Italy, 1917 to 1918. So that's the first hangar. Amazing collection of 1920s aircraft, or pre-1920s aircraft. I'll just make my way to the exit. Now, just before I leave this this building where the factory was, you can see here this cabinet with all the breakers in. And if I just pan the camera around, the actual item's still here, and you can see if I walk in, you see all the individual breakers in there. Yeah, amazing. Yes, the building that we're in was indeed a factory and a delivery between 1914 and 1918, so obviously during the First World War. This area here would have been a hive of activity, either producing or commissioning aircraft. Hendon itself is no longer an airfield. There is a picture back down the end of the room here. Sorry, it's very noisy in here. There is a picture back down here that shows aircraft flying on the airfield, but sadly the airfield has been built on now. This is all that remains. This is the picture here. You can see the very early aircraft taking off with its pram wheel. So I just thought as we walk across, I'll show you some of the buildings. This is the grey and white building. That's the hangar that I was just in with the First World War aircraft in. But then generally, you know, some of the mess huts are still here. You can see here. Let's just take a walk across. I'll try not to walk on make the mud worse than it is. This is now the cafeteria over here. The building directly in front of us. Right, this is building H3, H4, H5. This is the main building with a lot of the aircraft in. We'll make our way over. Beautiful day now. It was raining earlier.
Are you going home or are you?
Right. This is an amazing collection of aircraft. starting here with a Kitty Hawk. And a Hawker Hunter. Amazing. And then this will be the Hawker Heart. Moving on to the Thunderbolt. And the Chipmunk. Used as a trainer aircraft, I believe. And then over here, the first of the Spitfires. This is Spitfire Mark IV, I believe. Let me just check. I'm not absolutely sure. Yeah, I believe it is Mark IV. And over here, North American Harvard. Very similar to a Lysander in some respects, but and then Typhoon. I'm going to go over this way and do this row of aircraft first. It's all very noisy over there. So this is the Supermarine Spitfire, which basically had its wings clipped, as you can see, flat into the wing. And this is the Vampire. The name escapes me. You can see over the back there the tail with a double fuselage. Exhibition over here on ejector seats. That's what I just said. The Canberra. I mean, that's a big old aircraft to have in here. They do get bigger, but
That is what I want. They had one of those hanging from the ceiling in Boise. Right.
And Jet Provost. I don't think there's any of those flying now. I think the last one had an accident not too long ago. And then the English Electric Lightning. Amazing. Let's just come back round the front. Look at that. And a couple of fire engines over here. And there's another Jet Provost here. This one there is in much better condition. And I stand corrected on the Lightning. It was 1,500 miles an hour. So it's Mach 2. I've read kilometres. Rolls-Royce Merlin. And if you've seen my video recently on the land speed record holders, this was the engine that was used in Thrust 2. You can see a picture of it there. So not the actual engine, but this type of engine. I'll just walk back past the Canberra. Meteor.
Oh, I like it.
And I'm not sure what this one is. Ah, Tempest. This is a Hawker Tempest. A very large aircraft. Marvellous. Yes, here we have the Phantom, the FGR-2. Last deployed, I believe, out of Worcestershire. And over the black here, this does look like a Tornado, but I do want to check. Yeah, it's got to be a Tornado. Yeah, Tornado F3 with a swept wing. So what was unique about this aircraft is the wings could move. So we bring the wings out for low speed flying and then sweep them back to give it a sort of delta wing. I believe they're still in service now. Over here we've got another Spitfire. And we'll just see what this is. This looks like an ME 109. Let me check. Oh, BF 109, I was almost there. Close enough. And then I don't know what this aircraft is. I'm going to have to go and read. This is a Fiat CR42 Falco. I've not seen one of those before. Don't believe that was here last time I came. Okay, let's make our way into the next area. And this is the most wonderful sight here when you come through and you see the doors open, and there's the Lancaster. For me, this is I think it's the most beautiful aircraft ever made. Everything about it is absolutely perfect. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. You see the active service that this place saw. Don't know if that's Tall Boy underneath. Have a career looking around the Lancaster for a moment. You see the gun turret at the top there. It must have been terrifying to be in there. And then round to the back of the aircraft, we've got the tail gun there. Okay, we're moving round. This Messerschmitt, this is BF 110 G4. I'm not familiar with it, but and then a B-17 Flying Fortress. I did actually see the Enola Gay last year. It was a very strange thing to see in the museum. Whilst it's part of a unique part of history, it's also very, very thought-provoking. We have the de Havilland Mosquito. I mean, wasn't this the fastest aircraft, I believe? Propeller-driven aircraft. And then coming round to this absolute beast. Now you may have seen my video of the last flying Vulcan as it said goodbye to Southend. This is one on static display. It is huge. It's huge. Delta winging at its best. you know, many people's favourite aircraft. I think my regret is I didn't learn to appreciate it until it was probably a little bit too late. And then underneath the aircraft you've got various cars here. One here, there's a Zephyr over there. And underneath the Vulcan they've got all these munitions lined up. Just keep walking down. Daimler Ferret. An airfield marker beacon. That's new. Didn't see that before.
No, no, they've taken the cap. How big the wing is. Look how big the wing is.
They've got the front end of a Victor.
That's a big one.
So one of the other aircraft out of Delta Force. And there's the Lysander. I said was very reminiscent of the other aircraft. Obviously this one has high wings, but looking at the cockpit and the way the cockpit's laid out. And then here there's a couple of aircraft that have got covers on them. Unfortunately you won't be able to see those, but let's have a quick look what round this one is. Doesn't say. Mustang, so P-51 Mustang. Just gonna, as I say, these aircraft are covered over. I guess they're doing some work on the hangar. The other side of the Flying Fortress. Does look like they're getting all new information screens in here, so that should be good for a future visit. This is a fairly battle bomber. It's a light bomber. And here's the Liberator. Don't know much about the Liberator. It says presented by the Indian Air Force to the RAF Museum. And this is what's left of the Halifax. So I forget, this was pulled from a lake or fjord, I think it was. Let me just, I can't remember where it was. And it's been left in this condition. Can't see if it says anywhere. Let me walk around the other side. I think there might be some information on it. And this is the only part of it that has been restored. So this engine was recovered with the Halifax from Lake Hookinglen in 1973. In 1979 the RAF Museum was approached by... So this engine was recovered with the Halifax from Lake Hocklingen. I don't know, Hocklingen sounds about right, in 1993. In 1979 the RAF Museum was approached by a group of Royal Autonautical Society members from the Medway branch who were seeking a refurbishment project, and essentially they refurbished this engine. Okay, moving on. Yeah, certainly moving some of the aircraft around. It's very different to the last time I came, which I think, if I remember rightly, was last year. Wasn't too long ago. That's the Avro Anson. And the Junkers, JU-87D. And here we have the hindcore. Airspeed Oxford, advanced trainer it says, 1937 and 1954. And this bit here was an exhibition to the dam busters, but that looks to have finished. Mitsubishi Reconnaissance. That's new. And this is a Kawasaki KI 100. Okay, that's pretty much the bigger stuff in this hangar. Let's go back into the other room and looking at the Lancaster. Stunning. You see the Spitfire and the Tornado facing each other. Very nice. Here we've got the Westland Wessex helicopter. And this is the Sycamore HR-12. Just looking over the back at the aircraft. Don't know what this one is. The Whirlwind. Yes, of course it is. And there's a model of a Chinook on the ceiling. Be nice to see a real one in here one day. And this is a Sikorsky. And the Belvedere HC1 twin rotor. So you can see at this end, a rotor at this end, rotor at the far end. That's a strange looking thing. And then the Westland Gazelle. Over here, another flying boat. This is why I paused earlier, because I was getting my flying boats modelled up. Over here, a Lockheed Hudson. Bristol B-17 gun turret. This one is the Bristol Beaufort. And the Bristol Beaufighter. Huge. And then this over here we've got the Supermarine Southampton. I mean, you can see the craft work in the wood on the side of it. Yeah, beautiful. Right, let's just walk back down this way. We've got a Sopwith Snipe. And what remains of a Bristol Jupiter. You see the back end of the Tornado there.
Is that rotor looking jet? Is that rotor or level rotor?
And this is the Bristol Bulldog. I seem to recall this was the one that had an accident. I do a bit of the original fuselage down here, or wing sections, dare I say. But yeah, obviously fully restored now. So that's pretty much all of the aircraft in this hangar. I'm going to walk back down this way, back past the Spitfire. We've been past these, that's the Harvard. Chipmunk over here. Thunderbolt. You see the markings on the Kitty Hawk. Marvellous. Right, now hangar H6, which is more of a modern aircraft, so let's make a move into here. This is 1982 today. Up there we've got the Eurofighter Typhoon. Beautiful aeroplane.
Let's go put 6 people on it too.
Look over here. Another Tornado. Yeah. Let's go around the front of it, get a view from the front. This is called the airfield denial weapon. So I believe this is a cluster bomb. You drop it above the airfield and it launches various different munitions to destroy a runway. At the top there is a drone. I'm guessing that's a Reaper. Let's have a look. Oh no, sorry, that's a Predator. It's not a Reaper. The Predator drone. That's the Hercules and the Chinook. I'm not sure which. Above me is a Harrier jump jet. You can see the nozzles inside. My camera. Let's have a look. There you go, you can see the nozzles now. Brilliant. And then we got, this is a Buccaneer, I should have known that.
What are you doing?
Wings folded up there. Okay, and then I guess the final thing, just to finish this this room, to go down the history wall. It's a very very sobering. It's called the Age of Uncertainty. So we started in 1980 with the Falklands conflict, 1989 with the fall of the Berlin Wall, then 1990 in Iraq, release of Mandela, and we've got the Balkans conflict. Moving into early 2000s, obviously attack on the World Trade Center. 2010, the financial crisis. Then moving into 2011, Syria and Iraq. And they've actually extended the war here for 2020 with the coronavirus. Yeah. Oh well. And I mean, finishing on the coronavirus. It's a Eurofighter. What an aeroplane. Amazing. I don't think I mentioned it all the way around, but the one above the Harrier, sorry, the one above the Tornado is the Jaguar. So the Tornado on the ground there, and then the Jaguar sitting above it. And you can see the beautiful silhouette of the Harrier there. Absolutely amazing. So there you go, that's the RAF Museum in Hendon. I'm making my way back now. We'll go around the obligatory shop and have a look around there, but it's definitely worth a visit. It's I could highly recommend it. It's you know, you spend a good few hours in here to do it justice, and especially if you're into your aircraft, it's an absolute must. As I say, it's free to enter. They do ask for a donation, but you will be paying for parking, which is fine. You know, contributes towards the upkeep of the museum. But to find this sort of in, well, essentially in the middle of London, is fantastic. And going on today, I mean, it's a Saturday in March, very, very popular. So yeah, very good. So let's go and have a look in the shop and see what's there. Let's have a look at the prices in the coffee shop. Here's a coffee test. Cup of coffee, £2.20, so that's not too bad. Right, and then looking around the shop, we've got twinkle toes and orange bomber jackets, all really, really thin leather. I do like some of these t-shirts. Look, the Spitfire one there, that's really cool. A couple of Dam Busters t-shirts. Not in particularly great taste. Some books here. Smaller kits. Yeah, it's nice to see an airfix stand in the shop. How much are they? $26.99. I suppose that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And various die-cast aeroplanes. And it's nice that they're all boxed as the Royal Air Force Museum, which is pretty cool. Beautiful corky dam buster set at the bottom there. Wonder how much that is. I bet that's a few quid. Might be buying one of those today. RAF Vulcan. Let's see how much those are. £36.50. That's a lot of money for that. The Corgi dam buster set is £249. A couple of model kits there. That is a lot of money. Let me just zoom in on that price. You can see that on there. Oh, hang on, let me get it in the shop. £399.99. That's crazy. And the Corgi limited edition red arrows there. That's pretty cool. Let's see how much that is. That's genuinely £61.99. Oh, that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And a Coca-Cola, $49.99. That is crazy. Does anybody really pay 50 quid for a die-cast plane? That's crazy. These are pretty cool. I like those. Oh, I do like that Vulcan one. That is very good. Yeah, that's quite nice. Tempted by that. Yeah, not bad. £12. £12. And some bespoke cufflinks. Actually, they're not a bad price. £25 now. And then over the back here, these are some. Oh, this is nice to see some exclusive things. So down the bottom here, some really nice books. We've got some wooden models. £135 for that high gloss Vulcan, which is pretty cool. And it looks like some vintage books here. Yeah, that's a nice touch. Okay, I think that's everything in the shop. Been around most things. It's not bad. Not bad souvenirs in the shop. I do like those mugs. I've seen this Lancaster one down the bottom here. It's looking pretty cool. And Spitfire as well. Okay. Let's head out. Well, I've had an amazing day here. I've been walking around. I thought it'd be a very fleeting visit just to catch a little bit of footage, but I've been here the best part, 2.5 hours. Been amazing. I really do love this place. Planes are fantastic. It's so well laid out. A lot of information. It's really, really good. I hope what I've shown you today gives a little bit of an insight to what's here and does encourage you to come and have a look yourself. Yes, as always, if you can like the video, I'd be really grateful. It does help me out. And if you like this kind of thing, I plan on getting out and about now. The good weather's coming, and filming many of the places that I will be visiting anyway. So do subscribe, and yeah, thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.